Hey everyone, so it's that time of year again. We're getting ready to start our overlanding trips. So we're going on one tomorrow, just a small one, basically a 2-day one. Myself and just Brent, just two of us, just to try to shake out a few things before we start doing some bigger ones later on this year. We have a couple of other big ones planned, some 4-day ones, some 5-day ones. So I thought I'd just do a small video to show you guys how we kind of load up our KRXs, what we bring along, what works for us. We're just still working on the bugs as we just kind of started getting into this last year, and it seems to be a hit. A lot of guys like doing it, so we're gonna head out tomorrow, myself and Brent, and we're gonna head towards what we call the Swisha, which is the ZEC on the Quebec side. It'll take us a little bit of probably over an hour to get up towards the Quebec side, and we'll cross into Quebec and sign up at the ZEC shack. I'll document some of it, exactly when you get to the shack and stuff, and what you have to pay basically to go spend the night into the Swisha. Bring some fishing gear and stuff with us too, to do a bit of fishing. So I figured to just do a small video here and show you guys basically how we kind of lay out our KRXs and what we bring along, and then I'll do a video of camp life too. So basically I got my KRX here, my 2025 KRX loaded up. Well, I'm just finishing loading today. So I got a roto packs on the back. I'll be taking 12 liters in that. My big Milwaukee pack out there is basically my kitchen. All my cooking stuff, little portable stove and stuff, and just things you'll need. Basically all the kitchenware and stuff. A few of us do roof bags. Pick these things up on Amazon for 50, 60 bucks type thing. Nothing too crazy. And I have an overland cage on my KRX, which was built by Steve at D3 Off-Road. And then, so the bag fits up here pretty nice. Decent sized bag. Do all my dry food and goods, all the dry stuff basically in the Tupperware. I got a chair, another table underneath here, which I'll show you once we set it up. I'm bringing my drone. Hopefully I can get some aerial footage, some drone footage over the next few days, as long as it's nice. I got a set of hip waders in case we decide to do some fishing. My tent, and then basically I got an old army bag here full of all my sleeping gear. I got a dry bag, which we call a bivy bag, and a sleeping bag, my pillow and stuff, everything's in there, and then a tarp underneath in case we need a tarp. And then also I have another dry bag here with just basically my clothes, which will also go up here. And then once I get the bag all secured down, I'll strap it down and stuff. On the inside for myself, I remove my seat. The straps are in the way. I remove my seat, and I just basically made this cooler. We noticed last year on an overlanding trip, I had one of those 12-volt plug-in coolers, and after the second day, my food was all unthawed. It didn't work very good, especially with the dust and everything. So I made this one out of 2-inch foam. One of the guys had one last year, Brent, and he had frozen food after 4 days. So I thought this year I'll try make one out of foam, see how it works out. And then I got another dry bag with rain gear, 25-liter can that's going to be behind my seat, my fishing gear, and then also another 25-liter can. So I'll have roughly 60 liters with me, plus a full machine once I leave tomorrow. I don't think we're going in too far. I don't think we're going to use it all, but I'm basically just setting myself up for our bigger trips. So this is like a trial run tomorrow, basically. And then with the cans, I don't have to remove them to get at them. They can literally stay there full. I actually have a battery operated and a 12-volt pump. So I just throw the pump inside the thing, turn it on, and pump it out to the machine itself. And that's pretty much it. It just depends on what you want to take and how much craziness you want to have set up. I'll take video footage of Brent's setup tomorrow. He has a KRX also. He has a lot of packouts on his and stuff too that he just decides to take. I have a couple more packouts here that's going to go too, just with first aid kit and stuff like that we normally take with us anyway when we go riding. But yeah, we'll see how it works out. I'll take some footage and then throw a small video together of our adventures. See you soon. Leaving the house. It's Monday morning. This is what it looks like with the bag up top, all loaded up. Just gonna go over to the gas station, grab some fuel, and I'm gonna meet Brent on the trailhead, and off we go. just arrived. I guess, what would you call this, Brent? A ZEC Des Moines registration?
Des Moines, I guess.
So we're at the registration into Quebec. We just crossed over. Oh, I wonder if I might be able to get some herbs. So here's Brent's 2026 Rock Edition. You know you got a strap hanging on this side, eh?
Yeah.
What's in this big bag? Is that the tent? The bug tent?
Bug tent.
Bug tent, cooler. Loaded right down for a couple of days into the Quebec side. He had his mechanic Josh make him this trailer hitch. His plasma cutter. And a basket. Some extra gear. Roof bag. Alright, well, I guess we'll go in and register. Maybe get a fishing license. Well, so we just arrived to the chutes, they call it, I guess. Right before we cross the river to go into ZEC Des Moines. It's gonna be interesting over here camping for a couple of days because the flies are, yeah, they're crazy. We only stopped once so far, first stop. So I figured we'd stop here and maybe have a sandwich, something to drink, and then look at the rapids. We used to snowmobile ride over here in the winter, and in the winter it doesn't. It used to look amazing in the winter with all the ice up on side the trees and stuff. Breeze, no flies. What a beautiful day. It's like 22 degrees. Sunny. I'm staying where I'm at. I'm not fucking moving. So this is a location we found. Nice spot. Can't remember the name of the river off the top of my head now, but just one of the camping spots in the ZEC. We're not sure if we're going to spend the night here because it's still kind of early in the day, or if we're just going to keep pushing further back. Right now we're pretty much close towards 6 Mile, but it is a nice spot. Has a porta potty. Not sure what kind of shape it's in, but it's a nice area. A lot of ground. Trying to stay away from the long grass as much as possible because the ticks are so bad this year. But yeah, nice spot. We haven't decided yet. Brent's gonna have a fish just to see if there's fish in the river here. Then maybe we might spend a night here and then move on further in tomorrow, maybe. Or we just might keep pushing. Right now, I think it's maybe 1 o'clock, so it's still kind of early in the day. Let's go check out your porta potty. Huh? Want your windows clean? There's no window cleaners. Ooh, yeah, I don't know, man. Think I'd take my chances with the bush. Probably take a tick bite on my ass over that stuff. So bit of a breeze, keeping the mosquitoes away a little bit, but they're still pretty bad. It's that time of year. Oh, it is nice down here though. Nice spot to pitch a few tents for sure. Might even dig out my rod and have a fish myself. Some of these pools look decent. I love the sound of the river. It'll help for sleeping for sure. Help with the tinnitus. The next spot to launch the drone. Nice and open. And yeah, maybe I'll dig out the old rod and give her a little cast and see. Well, we did from Petawawa today. We did 100. I think my odometer said like 156 kilometers. We're somewhere in the ZEC in Quebec. I'm not exactly sure which lake this one is, but we came down this trail and we found this nice little spot with kind of two lakes. So we're just kind of setting up, still finishing setting up some stuff. It's pretty good, a little dusty today. Other than that, weather was beautiful. Got to deal with the flies, not a big deal. But I'm setting up. Brent's over here complaining about something. But here he's kind of nice that he brought this big bug tent, which we'll probably use to eat in if the flies drive us nuts. He's still getting set up, so yeah, it's a nice little camping spot. Got a picnic table. That's the only sign we've seen. We did see some, there is some camping spots across over there where, but it's for campers, I guess. So, there was another sign that showed for tents. It was probably further down the trail, but when we seen this spot with the breeze coming through to keep the flies down, we figured we'd just camp here instead. So, not a soul around. We literally seen one truck today. And that was actually at the beginning, just before the shoots. It's been pretty quiet. It's been good. Finish getting set up probably, and then get ready to maybe have a bit of supper later on. It's still early. I think right now it's probably still only around 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock. A couple docks. Supposed to be fish in these two lakes. It's actually a pretty big lake on the map. It goes down a very long ways. We kind of followed the road up along today, just looking for places to camp. So there it is there. Lac Rabieri, I guess. I'm a French newbie. I can't speak French. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see if we can catch a fish. Would be kind of cool. That one, and wow, there's actually a nice dock. Stuff in here looks to be well maintained. Nothing's really bad about. Oh yeah, she drops off pretty good too. She goes pretty deep, pretty quick. Oh, no ever and try a fish. Oh. There's a couple more spots over there with campers. I don't know if that's seasonal campers that rent it, or if it's leased land. I doubt it's leased. It's probably just people who pay for the year and leave their camper in here for the year. Yeah, so awesome. nice. Turned out to be a beautiful day, beautiful evening. Sky is completely clear. I think Brent's just setting up his bed. Decided not to set up his tent. It's supposed to be nice tonight. It's not supposed to rain, so he's just gonna sleep in his bug tent, I guess, or his bug shelter, whatever you want to call it. Which was awesome. It helped out a lot today. We had a lot of little black flies here, so it was nice to sit inside and have supper and not get eaten alive. This is what's so awesome about overlanding at the end of the day. Just quietness and peace. Well, tomorrow we start day 2. I think we're just gonna probably stay here and then just branch out and go do some fishing and stuff. Maybe go for a ride, cruise some of the back trails. Well, they're mostly logging roads, so just do a bit of fishing.
Rainwater. What are you feeling really right?
Yeah, man, like look at it. It's like green and blue. Makes no sense. It's almost like, you know, like I said, those little packs you put in, but we didn't put no packs in. It's you can see it, like, I don't know if the GoPro will pick it up, but you can see blue, like, and green from like burning down below.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And then on this side they got yellow. That's one thing. I don't know if a GoPro will pick up stars.
Thanks for the chair. And now you're sitting down.
Good morning, everyone. It's the start of day 2. Well, been up for a few hours already. It's probably around 7:30 right now. And yeah, Brent's gone up just up the trail here. There's a bridge where there's a water crossing, so he's gone up there to try and fish this morning, just for something to do. I think the plan for today is we're gonna stay put in this area. It's not a bad spot, it's nice. So we're gonna stay put here for today, and then we're just gonna branch out, take our fishing rods and go hit some of the lakes and see if we can do a bit of fishing instead of moving around and unpacking and repacking up, because this is only for 2 days. So we're just gonna stay put, and then tomorrow morning at some point we'll get up and start packing up and make our way back, heading back towards home, which is about 160 kilometers from here. And then maybe on our way out tomorrow we'll stop at some of the lakes and do a bit more fishing to see if we can catch something, because it is quite pricey when you come to the ZECs to fish. For 2 days it cost me $206. So that was the fishing license. Then you also have to pay to fish per day, so we had to pay for that too. And then I think it's only $7 a night to camp, which ain't too bad, but the fishing was expensive. So while we're here, we're gonna try to take advantage of it and maybe potentially try to at least catch a fish. If not, whatever. It's just, you know, money, and it's all about the experience, I guess some people would say. But yeah, so that's the plan for today anyway. Another beautiful morning. Bugs are out already, but it is what it is, part of the game. I figured I'd just film. This is kind of how we top up our machines. Well, how I top up the machine anyway. I know a couple of guys have similar systems. So it's just a little Bulls Armor pump from Amazon. I'm gonna pay like $50 for it, I think. 12 volt battery, also USB. Yeah. So you don't have to lift the heavy cans out and stuff. You just top up your machine. Makes it pretty simple, pretty easy. Yeah, they get them all well. They're all well marked. Yeah. Oh, there's quite a few boats here. And our nice lake. So just when you don't have the GoPro going, you catch a fish.
Yeah. Dinner.
Now my thing is though, you sure you think that's big enough to keep? You sure? What? Not there's a size. Oh shit! He's off! He's off! He's off! My thing is, I don't know what kind of fish that is, dude. Like, I have no idea. It's a white fish. Long as there's no
Grayling, I think.
long as there's no worms.
There's a lot of gray.
The fucking scales are really rough. Like, you know, you can peel scales off. But that doesn't matter. Just cook it on the scale side anyway, and then you just fish off. You gotta be really big, I find. nice lake. Well, it's the end of day 2, and did a bit of fishing and stuff today, and you'll probably see from the video if I decide to post it, I caught a fish, which I guess ended up being what they call a gray trout. We had it for supper. It wasn't too bad. So we're just finishing this up. We're gonna head home tomorrow, probably before noon at least, and then if we leave before noon, that'll put us home by 4 o'clock at least. It's about 160 kilometers from here back to Petawawa. And yeah, so it's been pretty good. The weather's been great. The bugs are pretty bad tonight. Not too bad right now because it cooled down a bit, so a lot of them are gone. So yeah, we're just spending the last night here on the 2 lakes and pack up in the morning, have some breakfast, and make our way back. The weather's supposed to be nice tomorrow. It's supposed to be 27 and sunny, so it'll be good. And go back and then plan the next one, which the next one we're going to stay on the Ontario side for our next one. Probably scoot Algonquin Park and hit some of the lakes back there. Probably do 2-3 days. We're also looking going to down to Baysville for a week. Do some riding down to Baysville area too, so got a few trips planned. We got no blue fire tonight. Oh, our wood's different. Well, good morning, everyone. Well, it's the last day. Wednesday, June 3rd. So we're just gonna pack up, take our time, make sure we get everything loaded properly, and then yeah, we'll make our way home. Should take, I don't know, probably take a few hours, depending on how many stops we make and stuff. And then we might stop and have some lunch at the shoots. It's been nice. It's supposed to be 27 today and sunny, so should be a good trip back. Might be a little bit dusty for Brent being in the back, but he's got an air pumper system, which works really well. So keeps the dust out of your face and stuff. But it's been a good few days. A little bit of fishing, camping. Bugs are pretty bad this time of year, but thankfully Brent bought his big bug net, and at least he's sitting there and scared the flies don't bug you as much when you're having something to eat, which is nice. So yeah, I'll shoot a little bit of footage on the way home of the ride. Well, should be good. Hopefully everything goes smooth.